Bucha, Irpin and Hostomel became a kind of museums of outrageous Russian war crimes. And I invite all Russians to come here to this place and to see what they have done to our country. It wasn't easy for me to drive here. I mean, the road of horror. The road of horror means Irpin, Bucha, Hostomel. But today I am invited to Irpin, and Bucha is located next to this small town. By the way, I am invited to the event to commemorate Ukrainian soldiers who were killed by Russians. So all widows, their children are invited. To tell the truth, some years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I tried not to attend such events, not to traumatize my children. But now I think we should go there. It's our duty. Well, it's better to leave this place. It's not easy to be here. Now we are driving to Bucha, and many people who live in Bucha and Irpin and Hostomel work in Kiev, and they commute to their workplace every day. Again, checkpoint. It is forbidden to shoot here. Okay, let's not risk the road to Bucha and Irpin. Satellite of Kiev is Hostomel. It's how Hostomel looks like after Russians visited it. And a petrol station in Bucha looks like this. Have a look. Everything is being repaired at the moment. Now we are in Bucha. Welcome to Bucha. I stopped here because one of my friends lived in this building. Have a look how it looks like right now. And as far as I can understand, some people still live here. 6 months have passed. Many people who couldn't afford buying an apartment in Kiev were buying property here in Bucha. For you to understand, a 1-bedroom apartment cost something like $50,000-$60,000 before the war, and here in Bucha you could buy it just for $20,000-$25,000 USD. My friends were so happy when they bought an apartment in that block of flats. brand new residential area. Even now I can see their windows, but now they live in the western Ukraine. I remember in March I read their post on Facebook. It was written, please save our cat. It is left in our apartment in Bucha. At that time I thought it was a real tragedy. I couldn't even imagine what was going on here, that at that very time so many people were raped, tortured, killed. Maybe I'm too sensitive, but right now, after 6 months here in peaceful Bucha, I just can see these bodies of civilians with tied hands, heartbreaking mass graves. Somebody's TV, somebody's bed, somebody's chair. It's a real cemetery. It wasn't easy for me to drive here, but I think the world should know about Russian war crimes and about all the atrocities they done to our country. Many people from different regions come here to see everything with their own eyes, but behind these cars, behind these damaged buildings, there are people's fates. I want to hope that the owners of these cars are still alive, but just have a look how many shots, how many bullets. No chance to stay alive. And you know, when Russians write comments, when they make official statements, that they try not to damage Ukrainian civilians. Have a look at this place. Have a look. By the way, right now I was stopped by the police again. Even here they checked my ID and they asked what I'm doing here. It's not easy to see all these things. Can you imagine? Maybe someone has been saving money for many years to buy this car, and then the Russian world came and it has changed everything. So now we are in Bucha. And let's drive to Irpin. There is always a big traffic jam because the bridge was destroyed and now there is a checkpoint here. It is written Town Hero Irpin. People are repairing their apartments. Everything looks quite normal, but have a look at these windows. And now it's September already. People just have no money for repairs. Beautiful Irpin. What Russians have done. Doesn't look like a military base, does it? Ukrainian children were attending this place before Russians came. Came and destroyed everything. Russians are fighting. They want to restore the Soviet Union, and even this poor Soviet monument suffered from Russians. A typical Soviet monument. A happy Soviet woman. Irpin looks quite peaceful, except of these buildings. Have a look. It is written, "The death to the looters." All looters will be punished. New buildings are being built because so many people lost their apartments. One of my friends, she has been saving money almost for 10 years to buy a house here in Irpin because it was her lifetime dream to get away from Kiev, from its hustle and bustle, and to buy a house here in Irpin. Have a look. Pines are everywhere. And now she has no house. Russians destroyed it, and I found her last week and she told me that now she is living in Lviv and she is renting an apartment. One more of my friends, she lived in Hostomel and she worked at the famous aircraft plant Antonov. Maybe you know, Russians destroyed the biggest airplane in the world. It is called Mriya. Mriya is translated like dream, and now there is a very famous saying like, you can destroy Mriya, but you can't destroy our dream. Again, Russians destroyed her apartment. Russians destroyed the plant Antonov, so now she is living somewhere in the western Ukraine. I think every Russian should come here for the excursion. Is it a military object? Is it a military base? People are living normal lives. And only destroyed buildings remind you about horrors which took place here. Have a look at these walls. It's scary to imagine what was going on here just 5 months ago when the Russians were here. Have a look at this block of flats.